Let her load up. 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 That's a yes to answer your question that you texted me. Like, full on. That's insane. Yes, if it helped me stick to my plan. Dude, yeah. Dude, yeah, I need to go back into it, and it was like clear as fuck. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into another little stream. Got Mr. Haste in the house.
Yo, yo.
Okay, sick. Just want to check if the audio is working on that stream so that you guys are not sitting in here with us yapping and it not fucking making any sense. So today, same routine as always. We are going to review the price action on NQ. What we did, we had a little plan outlined in the morning. I'm going to do a write-up later tonight for those in our Discord. They will get that full write-up of what we did and how the plan played out. For you guys, we're just going to do a little review, what we saw, how it played out as well, right? Just give ourselves a general little market review on what we saw, and then we'll review some cryptos as well and what we see on them going forward.
There's a little sneak peek in the Paper Traders live stream thing of what you posted on your channel this morning.
Yeah. Check that out. That shit's awesome. Jupiter. Oh, man, I like Jupiter, but I'm also... Sorry, I'm starting off with some crypto right now because I just got home. I'm just looking at my screen, just looking at my trades. The way that it swept that previous 4 hour is nice. I like where we are bouncing out of. My little indies going off on the hourly, the fact that we can bounce, but I'm also like on the daily, I can see a little bit more. Honestly,
yep,
I can see a little bit more juice getting squeezed out of her to the downside, and that is across a lot of names. Like, actually, let me go over this FET trade. We'll start off with FET, the trade that I took, the trade that I posted. Right, I had a short on. For me, it was this consolidation. Right, the fact that we kind of pushed into here, into this liquidity right there. Right, we had a lot of trouble just getting above that. We kept on trying to get above it, could not, right? Formed this little order block over here, kind of kept on rejecting it on the 4 hour last night. I don't know if you guys saw. I took some premature shorts as well over here, then cut them because we were going into Asia, and I was like, I'm not fucking with that. So I was like, okay, well, we swept that. So I was still a little bit bearish, or not bearish, but I was looking for downside, right? I'm going to get away from using term bullish, bearish. We're playing the fucking chart. I don't give a fuck what sentiment you have, what bias you have. It's what's in front of us.
Amen.
I feel like that's why a lot of people get messed up, right? You can have a bias going into a session, but a lot of times if a trade goes the wrong way, or if the market's trending, right? If it's trending to the upside and you're bearish, you're always trying to catch a top, and it's like, no, just fucking look at the price that's in front of you. And that has honestly been a game changer for me. Just because I used to always try to be like, oh, my bias is this and that, and I want to see a retrace. And it's like, no, dude, just fucking play your liquidities, play what you got right in fucking front of you, and go after that. So right now earlier on FET, the displacement back below the CISD is what gave me that confirmation for shorts. I probably took them somewhere around here. Let me actually give you an accurate standpoint of where I took those. Bye. That's Jupe. I need FET. Yeah, FET, my most recent one. So I took some at, when was this? 11:35 this morning. So yeah, right about that candle, right as this one pushed into the CISD, I took some shorts on that. I was also hitting a 60 on the hourly or on the 4 hour. My bad. Yeah, 60 on the 4 hour. That's kind of the standard little line that comes on the chart uh, 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 on Blofin if you guys are trading on the web version. So it was hitting that. It's kind of rejecting to the downside. Off of that, we got that CISD back below that. So I was looking for a little retrace, right? We got these lows still right here. So for me, that's what I'll potentially be looking for if we get back below this daily, right? The fact that we came up into this CISD, this bullish CISD, we're rejecting off of it, swept that previous hourly high. We still got that previous hourly low, a little consolidation, right? So I'm still looking for possible some more downside, maybe sweep that. This LRLR up here still looks decent, even for like upside, but the way this daily is opening up, the fact that we don't have any imbalances and we're rejecting this fair value gap below the 50 now, I would love to see like a revisit of these levels. Like we said, we kind of wanted to see a sweep of those previous weekly lows and then possibly that continuation up. That was making sense for me on the monthly time frame, right? If we swept those previous monthly lows, that would be good for me. I'm still liking this level. Actually, let me outline. Let me do a little key level outline like Hayes does. Want to do a
He's streaming here too whenever you have.
Yes, sir. And I was like, check. Did not check this. Check. There we go. All right, FET right here, right? I'm going to put this level right there. So 073. Actually, hold up. Let me do this. Let me put, because this shows me previous monthly, right? Key levels. No, hold up. Yes. Wait, hold up. Wait, is that the same one? Oh, no. Yep. Yeah. Yep. That's what I want to see. That monthly / daily open. So right there, yeah. Right below this line, right here on this monthly, this is what we want to see that price not go below, right? It's holding that previous monthly, so that right there, 53.73. Let me just confirm. 75.38, just about 75.38. Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, if it comes back down to retest this monthly open / previous monthly close, that up close bullish candle, if it comes back to retest that, that's where I will possibly look for longs, right? I would love a sweep and a dip below those lows, but obviously don't always get what we want. So even if we get something like that on FET, I would absolutely honor that, and I would take those longs off of that. That would be most ideal for me. As you can see, we also rejected the 618 of this range right there. So right now, a small little retrace into the current range that we have would not be bad for me. For those that have been following me and have been looking at what I've been trading, it's been pretty consistently with FET and Jupe. Those are the ones that I've been trading the most. Those are the price action for me, at least on those, makes a lot of sense in terms of the liquidity that they have on the coin and how it moves, right? Different strokes for different folks, whatever you want to fucking say, right? It's kind of like trade the coin that you want to trade, but for me, these two have the cleanest moves together, almost. Like they almost move in tandem for me. Like Jupe and FET, they're kind of those like little sister actions, similar to ES and NQ. That's how I like to look at that on those. I don't know if you got anything on those, if you are like a big fan, as you've been in the crypto world for a little longer. Not a little longer, a lot longer than I have been.
Those are both like newer coins, so you know just as much about them as I do, honestly.
I did buy Bitcoin at 35K. That's cool, but you know.
The only, like, I looked through all my charts. I took a couple longs. The only thing that I have like a lot of faith in from here is that AIOZ.
Yeah, there's quite a few that do look good to the upside. Like HNT is the one that I've been looking at, and this one looks good, right? I have a buy order right there at this 2931 because this is so blunt right there on the bottom, and this has that 705 lining up with that range. So I'm thinking HNT once it hits that, that will be a solid fucking long. But for right now, I'm kind of looking like this is what I wanted to see out of these other candles, right? Out of those
Yep.
other weekly candles. That's kind of given us that little vibe. I mean, if it wants to come all the way down, sweep these equal lows, whatever, right? It can do that by all means. But right now on the daily, I got my little indicator telling me it's getting ready to launch off. And I'll show you guys how it helped me out on Q today too. Like just put that
What
on really quick.
AIOZ wants really quick,
Yes.
and then we can move
Okay.
on.
Oh no, you're good. I was like, I'll go over them. Yeah, AIOZ, similar setup,
Daily,
honestly.
yep, daily swept, and then if you look at the 4 hour,
Daily sweep right there. This is price. Let's take a gander at the 4 hour. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm looking at the 4 hour. That's almost what I'm seeing on the 4 hour.
oh my God, yes, thank you. Yeah, it needs that
There
CISD.
we go. Yeah, if it gets that CISD on this, it can really launch off. Let me just triple check my animals on that. And
Book of Animals.
we will have a class on this shit soon. I promise you guys. If you guys are actually genuinely curious about it, it is coming. It is in the works. This weekend, Shane and I are spending some time together, so I'm sure we will lock the fuck in on this and get you guys the best value, the best class. We'll determine the best way to teach it, to present it to you guys. We just I feel like both of us are at such a stage of autism where it's like if it's not perfect, it can't go public kind of thing. I mean, always work to improve, right? That's why we've built Paper Traders, right? And we launched that off pretty fast. But we still gave it a lot of thought and a lot of time before we actually started charging people for it.
Just saw this thing the other day. It said, "Make it, then make it perfect."
Mm-hmm. Yep,
I try to
that's
stick
how
to
I
that.
feel with this. So yeah, AIOZ, I would take some on this hourly CISD would be phenomenal right here. I think that would give us a nice push to the upside. I just hate how always coming into the shit during fucking Asia session, dude. Every fucking time. Every time Asia session. You see,
Every
I'll
single time.
put my stop below the low, and I'll give you guys the what I am basically taking a trade on. So it is going to be right if you are looking to trade alongside us. It's not an alert. This is what I will have for myself. We can trim some at point B, and we can take some up to probably right there. Doesn't have to go all the way up to that, but that is kind of what we will be looking for in terms of the confirmations that we have with the animal and everything else, right? That's what I will want to see on AIOZ. And let me take this and let me put these into setup so that our charts are not cluttered. That was also another thing I was starting to realize, like, that's so much shit on my charts that was like just the most random shit of like, dude, it's like, oh, we got a bearish, got a bullish, and it's like, okay, just gotta determine my shit and then play what's in front of me.
Cleaner the better.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning the better, and we got these awesome indicators that were coded by Mr. Hayes. We got these weekly, monthly, daily opens. We got another indicator that gives us the opens and the highs and the lows and the previous This one's a little small right there. I want to make this a little larger. Text tiny, small. There we go. I was like, dude, am I having trouble seeing now? This is this kind of like, and below that daily, right below this daily right there, daily open for FET, we're really gonna gain some speed. I feel like gain some traction to the downside in terms of this hourly. If this hourly can displace below that, clear this little order block up, I think we can get a nice little push to the downside on that. Let me go over some more cryptos. We'll do NQ last, and then we'll come back to crypto and finish off with crypto, because I know you gotta get off soon here too.
No, we're good.
And if you guys have any questions at any point, be sure to ask away. You know, our DMs or comments are open, so make sure you guys are commenting, asking all the questions that you can while we are live. If it's post-live question, comment it down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see. Let's see what else do I got? ZRX. Honestly, ZRX, that 705 tap is still looking good for me. The fact that it's weekly, monthlies. I don't know. Yeah, see, it's like it's still in this like little area. So like I'd much rather wait and see how they play this whole week out, because they just closed this fair value gap and they turned it into an inverse. So I want to see how they play this out. This was some longs that we took on paper right there. It's whatever. Similar setup on Link. Link is still like, we were kind of holding this CISD, not necessarily wanting to break down, just consolidating above it. But we also don't have our little speaking only on the hourly. So that's kind of telling me just like the only things that it's good for longs, at least, is just for scalps. So I'm kind of looking for that great opportunity when it retraces, sweeps some good liquidity, and then from there we can really see a nice move. All right, like even if it gets into the 705 of that range right here on FET, and we start to get our green little lines, then I can take a nice little long. Or if it gets into this zone, like I said, we still have that 705, all of these levels below for this whole range that we've outlined. So FET still has some nice room to the downside, rejecting this daily fair value gap. So it's kind of just like see how it plays out. We saw nice little bounces upon completion of these animals, but right now, like even Bonk, right? It got that completion of the animal. Actually, I think it might have had a little bit lower on this. Yeah. So Bonk, I'm still liking it over here off of these levels. That played out nicely. And that's kind of those similar setups that I'm looking across these other time frames. Also Jupiter. Jupiter really fast. Sorry, I'm like talking so many names, so many setups. Jupiter, our short setup on this was the fact that we came into the previous daily wick 50% and kept on rejecting it, right? We saw no real move through it on the actual day. So that gave me a nice bias and a confirmation that, hey, we can still go lower on this. And you can see how we formed this order block right there, kept on rejecting it, finally cleared below the closing price of that previous day candle, and then just flushed down. So that was nice. It was nice. On Jupe, I could take some shorts on Jupe, and I mean, they might take a little bit to play out, but I would absolutely love for them to do so. You know, to come down, whatever they do during Japan session, whatever. Jupe. That's kind of it's kind of the move that I'm looking for on these. Is just some nice retraces to the bottom side, and that will give me some good confirmations for us to go long. I have my alert set, got my stuff ready, got some like could almost risk that there, just because we do have some good room to the downside, I feel like, still. Yeah, let's see how these play out. Let's see what they give us on these retraces. I want to see some good moves on these, and I feel like we can really get them. Like on FET, yeah, below those dailies, we were below those 200s again. FET not yet, but Jupiter is now below that 200 on the 4 hour. So a sweep of all of that shit will be pretty nice, I think, if it came down and took at least that wick out, and then we can look at longs from there, kind of thing. Might even move some other ones over here. This, oh wait, hold up, this right there, yeah. Wait, hold up, take profit right there. On FET, yep. Sorry. I'm just looking at this stuff and seeing what I got in what areas. Just determine some positions where I want to possibly long, right? And that's what's really nice about using Blowfin. Well, they've updated the app now, so you can do the same thing on your app. But it's pretty much like trading using a trading view chart, right? If you take a position, you can adjust it up, down, left, right, whatever you want to do with it. And it's really, really convenient in terms of where you want to place your stops, how you want to play your charts, and what you want to do with them. So all of those are really good. BCH, with, let me see what we got on these. TIA, STG, Stella, Rune. Rune is looking a little better now. Still got that little blunt right there on the daily. So possible retrace down a little lower. Mobile, same thing. INJ is now below that monthly. And it's got these little bottoms. So INJ can still give us a little bit of a move to the downside. I'm not saying that this has to be like an absolute end all be all kind of bearish retrace, right? I'm not calling this a fucking like a top or a bottom or whatever, right? I'm just telling you guys what I see on the chart. Play it, take it with a grain of salt, right? If you see something else, play it as you want to play it. I'm just playing how I like to look at stocks or crypto or whatever, it charts, price action. So I'm just going based off of that. HNC, there goes HNC, selling down, boom, ACH, Zai, Sui doing a similar thing, right? It's kind of got that lowercase h pattern. No Sui, do I got any buys on Sui? Set, oh my goodness. Sui, yes I do, okay. Right below those sweeps right here. Can retrace a little lower, obviously. The retest of this 27970 would be nice. 7970. Let me maybe move that. It doesn't have to sell that hard, right? It's just giving you guys some levels, areas of liquidity to look for, just things of that nature. I'm not telling you to go fucking short, full port your shit. You know, this is merely just possible opportunities for great longs that we can see on these. Same with this one right here, Jasmine. Jasmine can come into this 618. That would line up almost with that. I think that would be fucking phenomenal. All right, I think you talked to me about that one, Shane. Yep. You're looking more for longs, Jasmine.
That was just before. I think that already got invalidated. It was lower time frame.
Yeah. So let's see right there. 0. If they sweep that 0.013111, that would be awesome. 0.3. No, 13111. I will take some longs there. Take profit stop loss probably down to 786 right there. Right, and that's just so I have some possible room to add, right? These are just very small positions right now. I'm not like slapping the fucking bid with these limit orders. I'm just putting some on just in case we get those retraces. that we're talking about. If we don't, right? If our quote unquote bias gets invalidated and we get some sort of displacement to the upside where we're above those monthlies or whatever weeklies, then I'm gonna start looking for like, okay, well, this is actually what happened. So now I can start looking for those moves back up. IOTA still looks good, right? Not saying that it can't come down over here, but it's looking nice with this monthly right there. It had a nice bounce right here. So this one still looks good. Phil also still looks good to me. The way that they're holding this weekly, the way that they're kind of playing this out, this still looks good to me. Dot, similar thing. Right, we had this little retrace into some of these daily fair value gaps right there. Could not hold or above them, could not displace through those. So that kind of tells me, all right, well, 786 is kind of our next lines in the sand. Our next level is right there. We got a few. This order block right here, I think, is going to be awesome. If we come back down into like 3823, that will be absolutely phenomenal on dot. We're outlining a lot of names here. So make sure you guys are either taking notes, doing whatever you feel is needed, but just kind of some areas of opportunities almost, right? Just outlining those for y'all. CRO vet was also getting some nice downside. So a lot of very similar setups across a lot of different names that we were getting. Those lowercase h's forming out nicely, right? We got some lower OTEs that they can come into and bounce out of. And if they don't, then we're kind of fucking done for, honestly. That's going to be a market sell. AVAX looks good. See, AVAX I would take from somewhere over here. Maybe like the sweep of this previous weekly low, I think that would be just absolutely like cherry on top. But some of like the way that some of these monthlies fucking closed out is just atrocious. And we won't look at any more. We'll look at ETH as our final little thing, right? ETH is still having trouble with this daily fair value gap. We are kind of starting to get a little bit of a close or starting to try to push through it, right? It's 4 hour. We got that CISD right there. Just want to see how. If they sweep one more time on ETH, I think that will be just phenomenal. Bitcoin now below that daily, right? Like we talked about, they displaced this daily fair value gap, came back down right through it. So right now everything's looking like that lowercase h pattern, if you guys are noticing it on these daily candles. So if they come down a little bit lower, would not mind that. That's just a better opportunity for us to buy long, right? That's all it is.
While you have that chart up, go back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we rejected that CISD on the daily. It's like that weekly open where we closed under that last white up close candle, rejected that and that FVG up to the left. If you draw that out.
This one?
Yep. With fucking 7 retaps of that trend line. It's just getting scary.
Yeah, like I
if
think
you look
I
on the
had
12 hour.
On Bitcoin. Yeah, I did have that one outlined. Yeah. So right there, 12 hour. Are you talking about like a trend line from here? Or
no, those bottom ones.
This one?
All those lows. Yeah, all those.
Oh, like that?
No, like just put it down below the bottom. Just like all that. There's literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 taps in that area on that trend line, basically.
So what they can do, and it's gonna be really scary for a second, is a fake break of the trend line, come back up, bounce, go.
Yep, a deviation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna look like the above pattern right now, just inversed and flipped.
Yep. I like that. So yeah, let's keep your bullets in the chamber for right now if you're looking for longs. I feel like we're going to get a great opportunity here soon. In like either this week or next week, I think they're going to give it to us. So let's just play the charts, see what they're telling us, see how they want to do these moves, and then we will go from there. Right? That's what we have on these names. Ethereum, Bitcoin were the final ones that we covered. So we're still looking at some, right, for potential long opportunities. We have our alert set. If you guys are not following us in Discord, make sure you do so. Check us out. That's www.paperchairs.io. We have a crypto channel. We post a lot of stuff in there that you might not want to miss out. We're also trading futures on NQES. That's on a daily basis, right? We don't do alerts. We give you guys a nice little outline of what we see happening for everybody early in the morning. And then you kind of play it how you want to play it. Or you interpret it as you want to interpret it. Let's take a look at NQ, and then we'll close this puppy out. So, this morning, gave our Discord some levels. Let me take a drink of water real fast. Gave our Discord some levels. We said, well, we got a little 3 drives almost pattern, right? 1, 2, 3. Into some liquidity, into this liquidity, right? We kept on closing below it. So that was right here. This liquidity kept on closing way below it. That was previous day high. That's a previous day high tap. Kept on rejecting that previous day high, right? Kept on getting these wicks into it. This was 1, not necessarily tap, but 2 tap, 3 tap. Bodies are closing below it. Took shorts on that. Cleared all of this LR out. Swept that liquidity. Our little guy was telling us, all right, it's time to long. Also, the crack indicator was going off. I'll show you guys. Phenomenal guy. Great fucking... let me see. That gave us a nice little long as well. So we had multiple confluences, right? Sweep of liquidity and no displacement below it. So that gave us another run up to the upside right there. And we said we can see an S&D day as well. I think I mentioned it on stream, the fact that we swept both sides. London swept the Asian high and London swept the Asian low. That's what we did in New York. And New York swept the London high, New York swept the London low, and then we came back up and swept it again, right? So it was a nice... Wednesdays, I feel like, are a lot of times... Wednesdays typically play out as S&Ds. And I feel like I've been seeing it a lot more often now. So similar thing, right? We came up over here, that 21,788.75 level. We've had that up for a while now. Also, we gave the outline on the higher time frame. We said, okay, well, we can come up and reject this order block at 21,771. It's pretty much exactly what we did. Tapped it into here at that 9 a.m. hour, right? So this was that 9 a.m., almost coming into the end of 9 a.m. Retraced all the way back down. Swept this liquidity again. We still have another liquidity right here that I got my eyes on, that 21,635.75. Next, this was the new 4-hour opening up, right? So we said, all right, well, the previous 4-hour has been swept. So we kind of started going back up. Over here somewhere, we had that 50% of the previous 4-hour. So price kind of kept on rejecting, getting above it, trying to get rejected, getting above it. We finally got our outside, not 4-hour, but we still swept the top of that previous 4-hour over here. All because we went and held above the 50% there. So you could have taken a lot of real nice shorts, longs, shorts. That's pretty much all we played, right? We had a bottom again right there. Green sweep of liquidity. Nice little volume spike right there too. Push back up. Sweep this. And then yeah, that was the day. So it's pretty much out it. I'm gonna give a comprehensive little write-up on what we did on NQ inside our Discord. I'm gonna give you guys a comprehensive write-up here on Discord, as I promised, of Jupe and FET. I think I said of FET, of what I saw. So expect that to come out within the next 2 hours here from this stream. I gotta go go do an outside workout, get some fresh air. Then we'll come back, do this, go to bed, and then we'll wake up and do a little stream in the morning as well, as we usually do. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys check out www.papertraders.io. It's going to be the go-to website for anything paper traders related, anything pertaining to our discords, any partnerships that we have, which we have partnership with Blofin. That's what we use to trade these perp pairs, right? You can go on our website. At the top of that page, you'll see a little link. You can click that. And if you sign up using the Paper Traders link, you'll get a $100 refund on any loss that you take if you're trading Solana, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. On there, you can also see a little drop down that gives you 2 links of Hazed or Eddy. You can also just use the code Eddy or Hazed, and you can sign up for Blofin using those, and you'll get a 20% little, what is it? Not a refund bonus, but like
I think yours is different than mine.
Deposit bonus. You'll get a 20% deposit bonus if you use our links. I don't know. Yeah, what is yours? I think that's what mine was. Maybe I think that might have ended. I gotta ask Nate for our new promotions for this month.
Yeah, re-up.
Yep. So, but that's what it was. I think Paper Traders one is still as is. Actually, no, that ended May 31st. We gotta hit up Nate. Yo, Nate, if you're watching, we gotta get our new promos, brother. Well, I text him right now. Yeah, our new promos for this month. When you have a chance for Hazed.
And really quick, while you're talking, I was just looking through some stocks. There's some really, really nice setups. I won't go in too deep because I do have to go in a second. But some things that I like on weekly or daily time frame, if you just go through your charts. FSLR, Piton, Baba, CMG, AI, Ford, Amazon, Generac, Pepsi, LRCX, Zillow, Amazon. If you just peep through that list on your charts, just use the methods we use. Like, look at my old charts, see what I usually see, and try to find it in these charts, and you will find some super sick setups.
Yep. And you guys can also check out the Discord for that. You can do either a 7-day, whatever. I think we do a 7-day trial. You can check out just like a week for $9.99, right? And that will give you access to check those stocks out or whatever. Everything that we talk about is on our Discord already posted, right? So if you're a member, you get it before we even stream, before we do anything. Everybody on our Discord gets it first. But you guys also get a little bit of an insight of what we do because we believe in value, giving value first before we charge for it. On that website, you can also check out TraderLog, ICT Trainer, Risk Calculator, and Calculator. So 4 free tools. When you join the Discord, you also get the access to all of the indicators that we are using. So anything that was coded by Mr. Hazed, like all of these previous weekly, monthly, right? All of these 4 hours opens, 4-hour highs, daily opens, all of those indicators were coded by none other than Mr. Hazed himself. So huge shout out to him for knocking that shit out. Check us out. Check out Blofin. Big shout out to Blofin_Nathan for setting us up and being a huge support throughout this whole process of crypto trading. And a big shout out to Mr. Hazed as well for showing me crypto. Now I'm fucking addicted. But
to you.
Shout out to you, sir. You are the man of the fucking people.
And then one more shout out, Crack Trading, CRAK_trading for that awesome sweeps indicator. $15 a lifetime.
Yep.
Well worth it in my opinion.
100%. You could have made that $15 back on the single 15-minute candle that printed right here. This was a print long, and it gave you, I think, 1,000, like 300. Yeah, 363 tickles. So if you took even one contract, one micro, you would have made that money back. So make sure you guys check those.
Confluence, it's awesome.
especially when you get those liquidity sweeps and those levels and you start seeing those bodies not hold below those levels or not hold above those levels when it's telling you to go short. It's just like a cherry on top to your trading strategy. So make sure you check those people out. Make sure you give at Hayes Beats a follow. Phenomenal guy. Most genuine fucking human being I've ever fucking met and interacted with. Big
Besides
shout
Eddie.
out to him. Besides Eddie. Yeah. Pretty much. Make sure you guys give Blowfin_Nathan a follow. And as always, make sure you follow at the Paper Traders. That's the best way to stay updated in terms of what's happening in our community, what we're talking about, and when these streams are happening. Typically, you're going to see them between 9 Eastern and 10 Eastern. Those are like our best times for us and for you guys, hopefully. And 8:30 in the morning Eastern is when I get on and stream in the morning, and Hayes joins me sometimes too. So big shout out for you guys as well for showing us some love. We're trying to get to 200 peeps in here by Friday. Let's try to see if we can smash that goal. Last week we smashed the 120 viewers on Friday. So big shout out to you, as always, for supporting us, for keep on showing up for us. We'll keep on showing up for you no matter what. So thank you guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, give it a share. And on that note, we are going to go enjoy our night. Peace out.